Thank you very much, Ms. Zeno. Now it's time for some relationship discussion with Tolu Afonja. She is a certified integrative life relationship and marriage coach and a master practitioner of neurolinguistic programming. And today we'll be discussing ways to build confidence in your relationship. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get right to it. You've been on this confidence journey since the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Why is confidence so important in a relationship? So, because in this case, we're not talking important elements like communication, commitment, loyalty, trust. Confidence, why?
So confidence has to do with really yourself, relationship with yourself, before you talk about relationship with other people.
Yeah.
So the first relationship that you need to be particular about is the relationship with yourself. And like every other thing, communication, your life goals, your desires, your confidence, your career, everything first has to do with yourself.
Okay.
And it is what you project within yourself that you project out.
So the next person, yeah.
So when we talk about confidence, we're looking at, it's very important because it even affects the communication we're talking about. It affects your career. It affects every other area of life.
Okay.
So it is that soft inner, what do I call it? That soft inner energy that we also need to drive ourselves in life.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into talking points that one needs to look out for in building that self-confidence, there are people who are just dependent on other people. They need people to survive. They need people to thrive. They need people. They need people. They need to be able to draw that energy from other people. So in such a situation, does that in any way come from a place of lack of self-confidence in an individual?
So you see, when we talk about self-confidence is the way you see your skills, your abilities, and, you know, making decisions and all. But when we talk about self-esteem, self-esteem is what I will say that is fundamental to your attachment styles.
Okay.
You know, with how you leech on people or how secure you are in yourself. And it has to do with how you first perceive yourself. And it is the perception of yourself that determines how you perceive others and how you relate with others. Most times we use the two words interchangeably, you know, self-esteem and self-confidence. Well, they are connected. But then again, your insecurities in yourself would come out in your being attaching to others and feeling that you can't thrive without others. Person. Of course, yes, as human beings, because we are social beings, we will still need that network. But how secure are we in ourselves to be able to have a thriving network? And for people not to feel that you're just sapping energy from them.
From other people.
Yes.
Now, let's just get right into the things that we need, factors that could, you know, build self-confidence or that could build confidence in a relationship.
Well, so the first thing is make sense of your life up until now. What's your life story? You know, a lot of people... Now
you're talking not as a couple, but as individuals.
As an individual, because it's the individual that goes into the relationship. So I'm going to talk about both ways, okay? So, but for the individual first, it is about making sense of your life story up until now. You know, your life experiences, what has been your experience, and how can you change the narrative, especially with negative experiences that you may have gone through. Because that is what you will carry, you know, into the relationship, and that's how you project yourself in the relationship. And the second thing will be get clear in terms of what is it that you are looking forward to in your relationship. You know, what does confidence look like in your relationship? What are the things that, you know, you would see, feel, hear happening in that relationship for you to determine, yes, that confidence exists in my relationship. You know, when we talk about confidence in a relationship, what it may mean for me in terms of the tangible activities may be different from what you may want to see in your own relationship. So get clear on that. And then thirdly, it will be be able to communicate your needs, okay, in your relationship. So communicate your needs, your wants, your desires, where you know that you need to work on. It's also part of communication, that, okay, I've noticed 1 or 2 things in this relationship. I'm committed to doing 1 or 2 things extra. What are you committed to doing? It's also being able to assess your relationship at every point in time. So get real. Where are you now? What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to start doing? What do you need to continue doing? And what do you really need to get rid of? But without that assessment, you won't be able to, put in those places.
Yeah.
But then you also need confidence to be able to do that assessment and be real with yourself, so that you're able to know how to communicate with your partner. You're able to understand the boundaries that you have in the relationship. You're able to communicate those healthy boundaries
okay.
and respect those boundaries because you're confident in yourself and you're also confident in your partner.
Okay, before we wrap this up quickly, I would like to know, what are the signs to look out for in a relationship that lacks confidence? Because apparently it's an important element in a relationship. So what are the signs to look out for? That, okay, this relationship lacks confidence. What can I do when I am recognized those signs?
So one major thing that you will look at is aggression. Because aggression is something that is used to cover up, is an extreme in covering up confidence in the relationship. So when someone lacks self-confidence, because you don't want to project, because you don't want to be seen to be weak like that, so you come out to the extreme and you're aggressive. The other thing, and so it comes along those lines of, being aggressive and all. Another thing will be the other extreme, which is just being passive. Not being able to communicate your needs. You have it on the inside of you. You feel bad. You feel neglected. You feel neglected. But there's just something, maybe your beliefs about yourself or the beliefs about the other person. Or you feel that if I say this thing, this person will run away. And because you already have an insecure sense of being, of self, and you feel that you must attach. There's something called the love addiction. So you must attach to people. You don't want this person to get out of your space. And then you're not able to communicate your wants and your needs. All right? Another thing with regards to self-confidence is because of the way you see yourself, because of the way you are, you're not able to you're not able to feel that energy, the vibes, even in the things you do, your activities, your work and all, you're just laid back. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tolu, for, this has been quite insightful, I must say, and thanks for bringing this to our knowledge. Whoever thought that confidence is an important element or a tool in a relationship, in which a relationship needs to thrive. We have to go now. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.